Howdy, folks. I'm Jeff here with special co-host Kimmy G.
Hi, everyone.
And in tonight's episode of Tools, Technology, and Training, the first Wednesday, we always highlight amazing women in our industry. Tiffany, do you want to introduce Ashlan?
Ashlan and I kind of connect because both of our dads were born in Minnesota and they both had the same attitude. Unfortunately, Ashlan lost her dad. Thankfully, she was a member during that time and we got to support her, but she has done a phenomenal job dealing with everything that she's had to deal with. So this is Ashlyn. She's one of our members. She is amazing, just like everybody else in our group. But these girls, like Sherry was saying, you develop all these relationships when you're in these associations. And I mean, I consider them my close friends. Ashlyn and I have never met in person. So,
That's
Ashlyn, if you'd like to introduce yourself, go right ahead.
So my dad was born in just a natural knack for automotive repair. He started fixing lawnmowers at the ripe age of like 10 or 12 or something. And then from there, moved on to, he did graduate high school, but he started working just as like a detailer in a Chevy dealership. And then from there went on to get his master's. So like, oh my goodness, what is it called? Master technician. And so he got that, worked at the dealership for quite a few years. And from there, moved to a transmission shop, learned how to build transmissions. He was there for a short time, 5 or 6 years. And then from there, went to the current shop that I own, Cannon Auto Repair. He started in 2000, bought it in 2002, and owned it ever since. So yeah, I grew up basically in the shop and always around cars and whatnot, but he didn't really have me hands-on fixing any of the vehicles or anything, and it was kind of always in the back of my mind. He wants me to run this shop someday. Like he had this game plan in his head the whole time. You need to go to college. I'm that generation where we had to go to college because you needed a degree. Um, so I went to college. I got my business degree with a healthcare on top of it. Worked in the healthcare industry for 3, 4 years. Decided that I felt like I was falling asleep. I worked at chiropractic clinics, did some marketing at a chiropractic clinic because I liked the marketing side of it, and then started at the shop one day a week, and decided I would try it. Dad said, if you don't like it, then go back to finding something else to do. So we did the one day a week. I think I can't remember if I got into Amazing Women when I was one day a week. I think I was there more often when I had found, and I found it on Facebook, Amazing Women in Automotive. But yeah, and then after I had my daughter, who's going to be 3 in a month, and I have a son too, who's 5, I decided to go back to work full time and started at the shop full time, quit my other 2 jobs, and now here we are. That's incredible, though. So, are you fixing cars, or are you're like just managing it and doing? Yep. Yeah, I had to learn when I started. Dad made me learn how to do an oil change, how to do a tire rotate, and I did them all in my own vehicles and some other basic things, taking brake pads off, that type of stuff. But as the boys would say, you don't want me to do it. That's what they're for. So that's one thing that it was lucky enough to be able to work with him for, it was almost 3 years that he was before he passed away. But he had a heart attack in January of 2023. So just 1 year ago. So, or a year and a half-ish ago. So it was hard, very unexpected. I won't get into too much of it because it's still hard. But yeah, I have a great crew behind me. So it's one of those things that I have a service advisor who has been there 24 years. He started the same year that my dad started at the shop. So without him, I feel like I kind of would have been a lost puppy dog. He's kind of a father mentor to me, but yet it's odd because I'm now his boss. But we work very well as a team. I've got 3 technicians, a service advisor, and now just hired a service advisor assistant. So small shop, but we're pushing through and doing very well. So
are you doing transmissions? You're mainly a transmission shop, or are you doing mechanical?
nope, we're general repair. So we'll remove and replace engines and transmissions, but we don't do any building or anything like that. I don't have any builders or anything. We're just general automotive repair. alignments, tires, brakes, all that jazz. Diagnostic work. I have an A Tech, a B Tech, and a GS. So
So have you been to Vision before or any other event?
no, it's our goal to go this year. I set some goals for my boys, and they all want to go. So if they hit their goal, our shop goal, I told them I would take them all to Vision. We would shut the shop down, kind of like what Sherry was saying, shut the shop down for the few days. We're a small town of 5,000 people. So we'll shut the shop down, send out, we already take a couple days off. We take a day off for my dad. We take a day here and there in the summer, just an extra day. And our customers are very understanding. So I can put a note on the door and they would come to the door and be like, oh, cool. And I work with a leadership coach as well. Before I started fully at the shop, I actually invested in a leadership coach. He's out of actually Washington State, a girl that I don't, to be honest, don't really even remember how I got connected with her. But I believe it was, believe it or not, on Instagram or something. Her name is Ashley and she runs her dad's automotive shop. And she said, the best thing you can do for yourself is invest in a leadership coach. And I was like, okay, who do you recommend? Not just a shop coach, but a leadership coach. So now I have ever since invested, I took 1 year off and then have since invested in a leadership coach that I meet with him once a month and we go over things I'm working on, whether it's with myself, my technicians, my service advisor. I kind of have different goals each month. Yeah. Yep. And I think that's huge. A lot of shops, they don't have either. The year I took off, I got a shop coach instead. And then I was doing some other coaching on the side, learning all those numbers and all that. I did some of Bob Greenwood's classes. So lots of different stuff that my dad had me doing because he knew he needed to invest in training. Otherwise, I would have been lost without it. So I learned all about the numbers and all that. And then with amazing like AWiA, I reach out to Tiffany all the time with different stuff on QuickBooks and random little things. And I'm still learning because we're all learning every single day. And there's something new, that we can take out of each day. And that's the value for ourselves. So
And when you think about how your dad had this planned out, it's
mhm.
all, stuff takes care of itself.
And it's a legacy. I know he's smiling down, thinking about
Mhm.
continued on and honoring him. So that's incredible. And
Sure.
Dad, you need to teach me how to do an oil change.
Yeah, I'm also on the board of AASP Minnesota now. It's the Minnesota Alliance. So I'm one of the first females that's been on the board. My dad was a board member for many, many years. And this year they asked me, I don't know if it's because I'm a female and they want some more female pull or what, but
Well, you hang in there on that. Let me tell you, appreciate so much you sharing the story.